Hisuian Braviary puts in some absolute work this game. It's absolutely brilliant. I cannot wait for you guys to see this. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're going against Larry Cooper from the Discord server in the OU tier. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There is a link in the description down below. I've also noticed that only 36% of people watching this video are actually subscribed to the channel. So just double check you subscribe, because sometimes YouTube unsubscribes people. It's a bit bizarre. And if you're not subscribed in the first place, why not? It's free, it helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, Larry's got a very powerful looking team. They've got an Iron Valiant, Goldengo, Garchomp, Meowscarada, Ceruledge, and an Iron Hands. A lot of iron on that team. They've got a Steel type and 2 Iron Mons. Pretty awesome. So, Braviary looks like he's going to have a decent time. If we can get rid of that Goldengo, and the Ceruledge, and the Meowscarada, and the Garchomp, and the Iron Valiant, and the Iron Hands, Braviary's going to have a fun time. I couldn't even say that with a straight face. Let's lead off with Kleavor, get the Stealth Rocks up. They probably lead off with Garchomp, right? So we could actually just lead off straight with something to take on the Garchomp. What do I have for Garchomp? Probably going to go with the Kleavor lead. I think Kleavor is a good lead. We can X-Scissor the Garchomp into Oblivion. We can Stone Axe, get the Stealth Rocks up and all that stuff. So let's just go from there. And the battle begins. So Larry's going to lead off with Me Rich, the Goldengo. I knew it was Goldengo. As soon as I saw the nickname, I was like, that's definitely a Goldengo right there. So Kleavor's in. They're going to float in the air with their air balloon, which is interesting. We are Focused Sash. So we could go for the Stone Axe, break its air balloon, get the Stealth Rocks up, which would be nice. Doesn't look like there's a Hazard Clearer on the team, so they would be up permanently. Let's go for it. Let's go for the Stone Axe here. So we go for the Stone Axe. There we go. Break its air balloon, get some damage off. Get the Stealth Rocks up, which is great. Permanent with Stealth Rocks is just going to be a godsend for this team. So that's awesome. They go for a nasty plot. That's not good. That's not good. That is no good. We can't be dealing with that. So we're going to have to use Kleavor to take out this Goldengo, and we're going to go for an X-Scissor to do it. X-Scissor is going to do diddly squat. I thought it'd do a bit more, but it doesn't, does it? So that's unfortunate. But at least we're going to sponge an attack with a Focus Sash. Get the special attack drop on the Goldengo, so it's only a +1. And I think Kleavor's done its bit, really. We could U-turn out, but what Pokemon have I got to come into a Make It Rain other than, you know, Corviknight? But if they've got Nasty Plot, they might have Recover. You just don't know what they're going to have. So I think we have to sacrifice Kleavor here. Stone Axe did more damage, so I'm going to go for the Stone Axe. There we go, Stone Axe comes through. Does more damage, yeah, but it still would have been enough to KO. As they go for a Shadow Ball, that's going to finish off Kleavor. So Kleavor didn't get to do much this game. He set up the Stealth Rocks, which are there permanently now. Unless something is a Rapid Spin that I don't know about. Now we just have to go into something that outspeeds, which is, of course, going to have to be the nice and powerful Ceruledge. So we'll go Ceruledge real quick. There we go. Nitoryu comes in. That means 2 Swords style, by the way, I think. I'm not very good. My Japanese is not very good, so I don't know. I'm like 90% sure it means like 2 Swords style or something like that. So anyway, let's go for... is Bitter Blade the best option or is Shadow Claw the best option? I think Shadow Claw is the best option because it could hit the Ceruledge. They more than likely go into Garchomp here, so I'm going to go for the Shadow Claw. There we go. They actually stay in. They let Goldengo go down, which is fair enough. Down it goes. They don't have to know that we're Scarfed either, because I believe Ceruledge outspeeds naturally. So we've still got that surprise factor with the Ceruledge, which is great. So I'm wondering what they're going to go into now. In comes Chompy the Garchomp, probably. Yes, it's the Garchomp. Kind of guessed that by the name. It's a pretty, you know, standard. Not standard, but it's pretty, it's a name for Garchomp, let's just say that. So what we can do now is, we need to scout what set this is. So we'll go Corviknight first. I think it's going to be Stealth Rock Spikes, personally. The only problem is we've only got Defog, and that means we'll be defogging away the Stealth Rocks if we do that. We don't want to defog away the Stealth Rocks. So we might have to just put up with hazards for a bit. They go for an Earth Power. They're a special Garchomp, which is interesting. So we have to be very careful here. Have to be very careful. We're likely going to see a Fire Blast. We're likely going to see a Fire Blast right now. So we could go into our Ceruledge to absorb that. Go for a Bitter Blade afterwards to get some chip damage off. We want to keep Ceruledge, though, around. So I'm going to go for a U-turn. I think we can take a Fire Blast, no problem. I think we can take a Fire Blast from a choice. It's not Choice Specs or anything like that, so we can definitely take a Flamethrower, a Fire Blast. They reveal their Life Orb as well. which is great because it means I'm only going to get rough skin damage now. Corviknight is good for fodder later on down the line, unless we get the Meowscarada to lock itself into Flower Trick. I'm assuming it's choice because they normally are. So what do we go into here? I think the best bet's Diancie because we're specially defensive, right? I would go for the nice and powerful Tera into a flying type to be immune to the earth power, but I don't think that's necessary. I think Moonblast will take this thing out because it's clearly an offensive set. So let's go for the Moonblast. We should definitely be able to take an earth power, no problem. I don't think they stay in to try it. I don't think they stay in to try it, to be honest with you. Diancie actually puts in the work against the team as well, so if we lose Diancie here, we're kind of boned. Unless, of course, the Iron Valiant is physical, but the fact that they have Iron Hand, Ceruledge, Meowscarada on the team tells me that the Iron Valiant will probably be a special variant. So we get the KO on the Garchomp. Well, it's definitely going to KO this thing, right? It does KO this thing. Cool. So down goes the Garchomp, which is great. Garchomp out of the way means that Ceruledge now has a place to wreck, basically. So they're probably going to see a Meowscarada switch here to go for the Flower Trick, in which case we can go into Corviknight, sack it off. If they go for a knockoff expecting the Corviknight, that's even better because it means that we can get some Rocky Helmet damage. In comes Soul Reaver, which is going to be the Ceruledge. So that's an interesting turn of events. So what can we expect here? We can probably expect... I'm going to go for a Diamond Storm. I don't mind losing Diancie. I don't think we'll lose Diancie here, though. I feel like they're going to Tera. Or something. They go for a close combat. Can we live this? We live. We live in. Their Focus Sash is broken. They've got a defense drop as well. And Diamond Storm misses. That is anticlimactic. Very anticlimactic. So that is unfortunate because we could have got the KO on that Ceruledge there. We really could have got the KO on that Ceruledge there. Which is really unfortunate. I could go for a Tera Flying and live another close combat to get the KO. Is that necessary? What do we need the Tera for? Tera Ground doesn't need to happen on Volcanion. We don't need Tera Normal on you. I shouldn't even have Tera Normal on that, really. We don't need Tera Psychic on you. We could Tera. Let's do it. Let's risk one more Diamond Storm. Let's Tera Flying. Let's Tera Flying. I should have done this first turn. I should have expected the close combat and gone for it, but it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. We can definitely live a close combat now, though. We can definitely live a close combat now because it's resisted. Provided they go for close combat, unless they go for a Shadow Claw. They go for a Bitter Blade. They expected the Terror or something. I don't know. But that's worked out nicely for them. I shouldn't have Terrored. Damn. That's unfortunate. So Diancie goes down. But what can you do? It's one of them situations where you just got to think, what can you really do in this situation? Not a lot, really. So what we can do now is we can go into our Ceruledge, our own Ceruledge, and we can go straight for a Shadow Claw. We can get the KO on them. I suppose if I was... They might have gone for the Bitter Blade expecting the switch into Corviknight to be a the Braviary or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to go straight for a Shadow Claw because it'll definitely KO. There we go. Shadow Claw comes through. Down goes the Ceruledge. Right, cool. No Shadow Sneak as well, so we've got no chip damage, which is great. We can pull back from this. We may have lost our Tera. But we have not lost the war. In comes the Iron Hands. Now, that's a threat. It's nice and shiny as well. Gotta love it. We're going to get some stones dug into that thing. What we got for this? Let's go Corviknight. Let's just sack off Corviknight real quick. There we go. Down goes Corviknight to the attack, unless they go for a belly drum. They do go for a belly drum, which is unfortunate. What can you do about that, though? Are they going to have a berry to replenish that HP? I wonder. They do have a berry to replenish that HP, so that's unfortunate. We might get swept by Iron Hands here. Let's go... Brave Bird. Let's just go get some chip damage. If we outspeed. I don't think we outspeed, though. We do outspeed, which means Braviary will outspeed, which is great. So we got some chip damage off on them, which is absolutely amazing. They go for a Thunder Punch. That's going to take us out, but we're going to get some Rocky Helmet chip as well, which is great. So we're actually looking all right here. We're actually looking decent. We're looking pretty decent. So let's do this. Let's go Braviary. Braviary's got some time to shine right now. So we'll go Hawkeye. Nice and powerful, nice and not shiny. It was originally going to be shiny, but then I decided against it because I don't really like the shiny. I think it looks cool in the sense that, oh, it's a black shiny, they always look cool. But I actually really like the original colors. I like the purple on the, I don't even know what you call it, the weird Esper eyes thing. Let's go for the Esper Wing anyway and take this thing out. There we go. Esper Wing comes through. We're going to boost our speed. It's going to take out the Iron Hands. No sweeps for the Iron Hands today. No sweeps for the Iron Hands today. But unfortunately, we don't outspeed the Iron Valiant still. And we don't outspeed the Meowscarada because we're max HP. We're not max speed. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You can't really do much about that. There's also a good chance the Meowscarada is scarfed anyway. So it might outspeed us regardless. There is the chance that we live a knockoff from this thing if it's not choice banded. But either way, let's go for an air slash and find out what we can do here. They go for a knockoff. Can we live one? We lived it! We lived it! Braviary coming through with the live. We're going to take out that Meowscarada with an air slash. No problems. Down it goes. Awesome. Awesome work by Braviary. I've got to say, awesome work. Proper good work by Braviary. Oh, wow. So in comes the Shiny Iron Valiant looking absolutely sick. I love it. It looks amazing. We're going to pop a booster energy, which is interesting, which is going to be able to boost their speed more than likely. Yeah, special attack even. So that means Ceruledge definitely outspeeds. Let's go for an Esper Ring on the off chance they don't attack us for whatever reason. I think they do attack us here. They go for a Moonblast. That's going to take out Braviary. But Braviary got 2 KOs. It deserves to go in the thumbnail, all right? It's not clickbait. It deserves it. It deserves every ounce of it. Let's go Volcanion right now. Now, Volcanion's in a very good position here because all we need to do is Sludge Bomb and take this thing out. We don't need to risk Steam Eruption missing. We don't need to risk Fire Blast missing. We just go for a Sludge Bomb, which is 100% accurate. Unless they Tera Steel, in which case maybe we should have Fire Blasted. But they're probably expecting a Steam Eruption, to be honest with you. They are going to Tera. What are they going to Tera into? Pure Fairy to boost the Moonblast power, or maybe Fighting type to boost the power of our Aura Sphere, or maybe Electric? Fairy. Perfect. Sludge Bomb's still going to KO. Sludge Bomb is still going to KO this thing. So what are they going to go for here? They go for a close combat. That's going to do a lot of damage, but not enough to take out big boy Volcanion. Definitely not enough to take out big boy Volcanion. Let's go for that Sludge Bomb. Take out the Iron Valiant, and that's going to be the game. What an epic game that was. That was brilliant. I love that. Braviary got to put in some work. He got to put in some real work, and I loved it. Very much loved it. So thank you very much, Larry Cooper, for the battle. It was pretty fun, GG, all that stuff. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.